Have you ever wondered how never react? If someone hurts, you can transform your emotional resilience. Choosing silence instead of reacting immediately allows you to regain control over your emotions and protect your inner peace. When hurt, the natural instinct may be to lash out or defend yourself, but by pausing, you give yourself the space to process your feelings and respond thoughtfully. This practice not only preserves your dignity, but also empowers you to handle challenges with grace and wisdom, rather than reacting impulsively. The strength of silence lies in its ability to transform what might be perceived as a weakness into a profound assertion of control and self-discipline. Silence is often misunderstood in a world that equates action and reaction with power. Yet, silence speaks a language of its own, one that requires no words but conveys messages of strength, wisdom, and inner clarity. When faced with a situation where one might instinctively react, silence becomes the ultimate choice of the self-aware. A decision not to give away power to impulsive emotions or external provocations. Silence, far from being an act of submission, is a powerful declaration of mastery over one's emotions. It takes immense courage to hold back, to remain composed when everything within you might want to lash out, explain, or defend. The act of staying silent demonstrates control over your impulses and a refusal to allow the actions of others to dictate your state of mind. In silence, there is an undeniable strength that reflects an inner confidence, a belief that not every action requires an equal and opposite reaction. This deliberate withholding is not an act of passivity, but an exercise in conscious restraint. Moreover, silence provides a space for introspection, a moment to step back and process what is happening around and within you. In situations of conflict or hurt, the first wave of emotions often clouds judgment. Anger, frustration, and sadness are natural responses, but reacting immediately from such a place can often lead to regrets. Silence, however, allows those initial emotions to settle. It gives you the opportunity to reflect, to observe the situation with greater clarity, and to consider the broader implications of your response. It is within this space of silence that wisdom arises, guiding you toward decisions that align with your values and long-term well-being. Choosing silence is also a powerful way of setting boundaries. It communicates without words that you value your peace and dignity over the fleeting satisfaction of reacting to provocation. When someone seeks to elicit a reaction from you, they often aim to control the narrative, to draw you into a conflict on their terms. By refusing to engage, you reclaim your power, denying them the satisfaction they seek. Silence becomes a shield, protecting your inner calm and emotional stability. This act of non-engagement is not about avoiding confrontation, but about asserting your right to choose where and how you invest your energy. It says, I will not allow your actions to dictate my behavior. Silence also has the power to disarm and reflect. When met with silence instead of a reaction, people are often forced to confront their own behavior. Without the distraction of an emotional response, they may begin to see their actions for what they truly are. This lack of validation can lead to introspection, creating an opportunity for growth, not only for yourself, but also for the person on the other side of the interaction. In this way, silence becomes a mirror, reflecting back to others the weight and consequences of their words and actions. Another profound aspect of silence is its ability to preserve dignity. In moments of hurt or misunderstanding, reacting impulsively often leads to saying or doing things that do not align with who you truly are. Silence, however, allows you to maintain your composure, to walk away from the situation with your integrity intact. It serves as a reminder that your self-respect is not dependent on the validation or understanding of others. By choosing not to react, you rise above the negativity, demonstrating that your worth is defined by your own choices and not by the actions of others. The strength of silence also lies in its ability to foster inner peace. Reacting to every hurtful word or action can be emotionally exhausting, draining your energy and disrupting your sense of balance. Silence, on the other hand, provides a sanctuary, a space where you can retreat and recharge. It allows you to protect your mental and emotional well-being, prioritizing your peace over the need to prove a point or win an argument. This act of self-preservation is not an avoidance of reality, but a deliberate choice to focus on what truly matters. In silence, there is a unique kind of power that comes from restraint and intentionality. It is a practice that requires patience, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. To choose silence is to choose strength, not because you lack the ability to respond, but because you understand the value of holding back. It is a way of saying to yourself and to the world that your peace of mind, your dignity, and your inner strength are not negotiable. Silence is, in essence, a profound act of self-respect, a way of standing firm in your own truth and wisdom without the need for external validation. This strength is not easily attained. It requires consistent effort to develop the emotional resilience and maturity needed to remain silent in the face of provocation. Yet, the rewards of this practice are immeasurable. In silence, you discover a deeper connection to yourself, an ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and poise. You learn to rise above the chaos, to see beyond the immediate moment, and to respond to life from a place of clarity and strength rather than from the turmoil of unchecked emotions. The strength of silence lies in its ability to empower you to take control of your own narrative. By choosing silence, you are choosing to live with intention, to prioritize your values, and to protect your inner peace. It is a powerful reminder that true strength is not about how loudly you can react, but about how steadfastly you can remain true to yourself in the quiet moments that define who you are. Emotional management is a profound skill that allows individuals to navigate the complexities of their emotions with grace and resilience. Silence plays an essential role in this process, creating the space necessary to reflect, process, and ultimately heal from emotional experiences. In moments of hurt or provocation, the immediate reaction is often dictated by raw emotion, anger, sadness, frustration, or confusion. These responses, while natural, can cloud judgment and lead to decisions or actions that do not align with one's values. By choosing silence, an individual steps back from this emotional turbulence, granting themselves the time and space to understand their feelings fully before responding. Silence is not the suppression of emotion, but rather a deliberate pause that allows one to acknowledge and honor their feelings without being overwhelmed by them. When someone hurts you, the surge of emotions can feel all-consuming, threatening to dictate your behavior. However, by choosing not to react immediately, you create a buffer between your internal state and external actions. This pause is where emotional clarity begins to emerge. It allows you to observe your emotions, to identify their root causes, and to understand what they are communicating about your needs, values, and boundaries. This act of observation transforms silence into a powerful tool for self-awareness and emotional intelligence. In the stillness of silence, emotions lose their immediacy and intensity. What initially feels like an insurmountable wave of hurt or anger begins to ebb, revealing the underlying truths that were hidden beneath the surface. This process of emotional de-escalation is crucial for gaining perspective. Without the pressure of reacting in the heat of the moment, you can assess the situation with greater objectivity and wisdom. You can ask yourself critical questions. Why am I feeling this way? What triggered this response? What does this situation reveal about my boundaries or expectations? These questions allow you to engage with your emotions in a way that is constructive rather than destructive, leading to deeper insights about yourself and the situation at hand. The act of emotional management through silence also fosters a sense of empowerment. By choosing not to react impulsively, you reclaim control over your emotions and your narrative. You refuse to allow external circumstances or the actions of others to dictate your state of mind. This decision to prioritize inner stability over external validation is an act of profound self-respect. It demonstrates a commitment to maintaining your peace, even in the face of provocation. In this way, silence becomes a shield, protecting your emotional well-being and reinforcing your autonomy. Furthermore, silence creates a space for healing. When emotions are acknowledged and processed without judgment, they begin to lose their grip on your psyche. This process requires patience and compassion for oneself. It involves sitting with uncomfortable feelings, allowing them to exist without trying to suppress or escape them. This can be challenging, as it requires confronting the pain or vulnerability that these emotions often bring. However, it is through this confrontation that healing begins. By giving yourself the time and space to process your emotions fully, you create an opportunity to release them, to let go of the hurt, and to move forward with a renewed sense of balance and clarity. Silence also serves as a tool for emotional resilience. Life is filled with situations that test our patience, understanding, and emotional stability. By cultivating the habit of silence in moments of emotional intensity, you build the capacity to withstand these challenges with grace. You learn to sit with your emotions, to understand them, and to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This practice strengthens your emotional foundation, enabling you to navigate life's complexities with greater ease and confidence. Moreover, silence provides a pathway to self-compassion. In moments of emotional turmoil, it is easy to become self-critical, to judge yourself for feeling a certain way or for not responding perfectly to a situation. Silence, however, creates a space where you can be gentle with yourself, where you can acknowledge your humanity and the validity of your feelings without criticism. This self-compassion is essential for emotional healing and growth. It allows you to approach your emotions with kindness and understanding, fostering a sense of inner peace and acceptance. In addition to fostering self-compassion, silence enhances your ability to communicate effectively. Emotions, when left unchecked, can distort communication, leading to misunderstandings or conflicts. By choosing silence, you give yourself the time to articulate your thoughts and feelings in a way that is clear, measured, and aligned with your intentions. This deliberate approach to communication not only reduces the likelihood of conflict, but also strengthens your relationships. It allows you to express your emotions in a way that fosters understanding and connection rather than division. The practice of emotional management through silence also has a profound impact on your relationships. When you choose not to react impulsively to hurtful words or actions, you create a space for healthier interactions. This space allows both you and the other person to reflect, to gain perspective, and to approach the situation with greater understanding. It shifts the dynamic from one of conflict to one of mutual respect and growth. By managing your emotions, you set a standard for how you wish to be treated and create an environment where open, honest, and respectful communication can thrive. Emotional management through silence is a practice of self-empowerment. It is a way of taking control of your narrative, of deciding how you want to respond to the challenges life presents. It is about recognizing that your emotions are valid and important, but that they do not have to dictate your actions. By choosing silence, you create the space to process your emotions, to understand them, and to respond in a way that aligns with your values and long-term goals. This practice not only enhances your emotional well-being, but also strengthens your relationships and enriches your overall quality of life. The strength of silence in emotional management lies in its ability to transform reactive impulses into thoughtful responses. It is a tool for self-awareness, healing, and resilience, a way of navigating the complexities of life with grace and poise. By choosing silence, you prioritize your inner peace, your self-respect, and your emotional growth. You take a step back from the noise and chaos, creating a space where clarity and wisdom can emerge. In this space, you find the strength to honor your emotions, to understand their messages, and to respond in a way that reflects the best of who you are. Empowerment through forgiveness is one of the most liberating and transformative acts a person can undertake. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as a sign of weakness or an acceptance of wrongdoing, but in reality, it is a profound declaration of strength and self-respect. Choosing to forgive is not about condoning the harm done to you. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional chains that bind you to the past. When you hold on to resentment and anger, you tether yourself to the pain inflicted by another's actions, allowing it to continue exerting power over your life. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is a conscious decision to reclaim your power and prioritize your well-being. The act of forgiveness begins with an acknowledgement of the pain you have experienced. It requires an honest confrontation with your emotions, allowing yourself to feel the hurt, betrayal, or anger that may have resulted from someone else's actions. This step is crucial because true forgiveness cannot occur if the emotions tied to the event are suppressed or ignored. By validating your feelings, you honor your experience and set the foundation for emotional healing. In this way, forgiveness is not about erasing the past, but about transforming your relationship with it. It allows you to move forward without the weight of unresolved emotions dragging you down. Forgiveness is also an act of self-compassion. When you choose to forgive, you extend kindness and understanding to yourself. Holding on to resentment can be emotionally and physically exhausting, consuming your energy and clouding your perspective. By letting go of these negative emotions, you create space for inner peace and clarity. Forgiveness is a way of saying to yourself, I deserve to be free from this burden. I deserve to heal and move forward. This self-compassion is a vital aspect of empowerment because it shifts the focus from what was done to you to what you can do for yourself. Furthermore, forgiveness fosters emotional resilience. Life is filled with situations that challenge your emotional stability, and the ability to forgive equips you to navigate these challenges with greater ease. When you forgive, you demonstrate a commitment to your emotional well-being, refusing to let past hurts define your present or dictate your future. This resilience is not about forgetting what happened or pretending that the pain did not exist. Instead, it is about acknowledging the hurt, learning from the experience, and choosing to rise above it. In this way, forgiveness becomes a testament to your strength and your capacity to grow. One of the most powerful aspects of forgiveness is the freedom it brings. Holding on to anger and resentment ties you to the person or situation that caused you pain. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of negativity, replaying the hurt in your mind and reliving the emotions associated with it. Forgiveness breaks this cycle, releasing you from the grip of the past and allowing you to reclaim your emotional autonomy. This liberation is not just about letting go of the pain. It is about taking back control of your narrative. It is about deciding that your happiness and peace are more important than holding on to grievances. Forgiveness also fosters empathy and understanding. When you choose to forgive, you open your heart to the possibility of seeing the situation from a broader perspective. This does not mean excusing the behavior that caused you harm, but it does involve recognizing the humanity in the person who wronged you. People often act out of their own pain, fears, or insecurities, and understanding this can help you let go of resentment. Empathy does not diminish the validity of your feelings. Instead, it allows you to approach the situation with compassion, both for yourself and for the other person. This compassionate perspective is a cornerstone of emotional well-being and personal growth. The process of forgiveness is deeply personal and often takes time. It is not something that can be forced or rushed. Forgiveness requires patience and a willingness to engage with your emotions in a meaningful way. It involves reflecting on the situation, understanding its impact on you, and deciding how you want to move forward. This process can be challenging, but it is also profoundly rewarding. Each step you take toward forgiveness brings you closer to a state of peace and emotional freedom. It allows you to shed the layers of pain and anger that have weighed you down, revealing the strength and resilience that lie within you. Forgiveness is also a form of empowerment because it reinforces your sense of agency. When you forgive, you are taking an active role in your healing journey. You are deciding that your emotional well-being is more important than the actions of others. This act of taking ownership of your feelings and choices is incredibly empowering. It reminds you that while you cannot control what others do, you can control how you respond. Forgiveness is a powerful way of asserting this control, of saying, I will not let this define me. I will not let this hold me back. In relationships, forgiveness can also serve as a bridge to reconciliation and growth. While forgiveness does not always mean restoring the relationship to its previous state, it does create the possibility of healing and understanding. By letting go of resentment, you open the door to honest communication and mutual respect. This does not mean that you have to continue the relationship if it is not healthy or aligned with your values. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the emotional burden, whether or not the relationship continues. It is about creating space for healing and growth, both for yourself and for the other person, if they are willing to engage in that process. Empowerment through forgiveness is about reclaiming your power and choosing peace over conflict. It is about recognizing that forgiveness is not a gift you give to the person who hurt you, but a gift you give to yourself. It is an act of self-love, a declaration that your peace and happiness are worth more than the pain of the past. Forgiveness allows you to rise above the circumstances that have hurt you, to see beyond the immediate pain, and to embrace the possibilities of healing and growth. It is a testament to your strength, resilience, and commitment to living a life guided by peace and purpose. Setting boundaries is an essential act of self-respect and emotional preservation, and silence is a powerful tool in this process. Boundaries serve as the invisible lines that define what is acceptable and unacceptable in your interactions with others. They communicate your values, your needs, and your limits, ensuring that your well-being is protected. In relationships, whether personal or professional, silence can be a profound way of asserting these boundaries without the need for confrontation or lengthy explanations. By choosing silence, you create a space where your dignity is upheld, and you demonstrate that you will not engage in behavior or interactions that violate your self-respect. Silence is often misinterpreted as passivity, but in the context of boundary setting, it is an act of strength and intentionality. When someone crosses a line, the instinct may be to react immediately, to defend yourself, or to retaliate. However, reacting impulsively can sometimes escalate the situation, drawing you into a conflict that drains your emotional energy. By remaining silent, you make a deliberate choice to disengage from the negativity. This silence is not about avoiding the issue, but about asserting your right to prioritize your peace of mind. It is a way of saying, without words, I value myself too much to participate in this. Silence also creates a natural pause, a moment of reflection for both you and the other person. When faced with silence instead of a reaction, people are often compelled to reflect on their behavior. They are left to confront the weight of their actions without the distraction of an emotional response. This can lead to greater introspection and a deeper understanding of the impact of their words or actions. In this way, silence becomes a mirror, reflecting the consequences of crossing a boundary back to the person responsible. It shifts the focus from your reaction to their behavior, encouraging accountability and growth. The act of setting boundaries through silence also reinforces your autonomy. In relationships, boundaries are a way of asserting your individuality and ensuring that your needs and values are respected. When you choose not to react to disrespectful or hurtful behavior, you take back control of the interaction. You refuse to let the other person's actions dictate your emotions or your sense of self-worth. This act of non-engagement is a powerful statement of self-possession. It demonstrates that your identity and well-being are not contingent on external validation or approval. Moreover, silence as a boundary-setting tool allows you to maintain your dignity in difficult situations. When someone behaves in a way that is hurtful or inappropriate, reacting emotionally can sometimes undermine your position or lead to regret. Silence, on the other hand, allows you to rise above the negativity. It enables you to walk away from the situation with your integrity intact, knowing that you have not compromised your values or stooped to the level of the person who wronged you. This preservation of dignity is a vital aspect of self-respect and emotional resilience. Silence also has a protective quality when it comes to boundaries. By refusing to engage in toxic or harmful interactions, you create a buffer between yourself and the negativity. This buffer acts as a shield, safeguarding your emotional well-being and preventing others from infringing on your peace of mind. It is a way of creating a safe space for yourself, one where your energy is preserved for the things and people that truly matter. This act of self-protection is not selfish. It is an essential part of maintaining healthy relationships and a balanced life. The use of silence in boundary setting also sends a clear message about your expectations. It communicates that certain behaviors are unacceptable and that you will not tolerate them. This kind of communication is not about avoiding confrontation, but about establishing a standard for how you expect to be treated. It is a way of teaching others how to interact with you based on the respect and consideration you extend to yourself. Over time, this approach fosters healthier and more respectful relationships as people come to understand and honor the boundaries you have set. In addition, silence allows you to focus on what truly matters. By not reacting to every provocation or slight, you conserve your energy for the things that align with your values and contribute to your growth. This selective engagement is a form of emotional intelligence, a recognition that not every situation or person deserves your time and attention. It is about being intentional with your energy, choosing to invest it in relationships and activities that nurture and uplift you rather than deplete you. This prioritization of your well-being is a cornerstone of boundary setting and a testament to your self-worth. Setting boundaries through silence also requires patience and self-discipline. It is not always easy to resist the urge to react, especially when you feel wronged or misunderstood. However, this restraint is a powerful demonstration of your commitment to your own values and peace of mind. It shows that you are willing to endure temporary discomfort for the sake of long-term well-being. This patience is a mark of emotional maturity and a key aspect of maintaining healthy and balanced relationships. The use of silence in boundary setting is about empowerment. It is about taking control of your narrative and deciding how you want to show up in the world. It is about recognizing that your worth is not determined by how others treat you, but by how you treat yourself. By choosing silence, you assert your dignity, protect your peace, and create a life that is aligned with your values and aspirations. This act of self-respect not only enhances your own well-being, but also sets the tone for how others interact with you, fostering relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Empathy and a broader perspective are essential qualities that enrich relationships, deepen understanding, and foster personal growth. Empathy is more than simply feeling compassion for someone else. It is the ability to genuinely put yourself in another person's shoes and see the world through their eyes. By doing so, you gain insight into their experiences, emotions, and motivations. This profound connection goes beyond surface level interactions and allows you to build trust and mutual respect in a meaningful way. Empathy helps bridge gaps between individuals, bringing people closer together, even in the face of differences. When you approach situations with empathy, you open yourself to new perspectives that may challenge your own assumptions and beliefs. This shift in viewpoint can be transformative, leading to greater self-awareness and personal growth. As you understand others better, you also begin to see yourself in a new light. Empathy encourages you to reflect on how your own actions and choices affect those around you. It highlights the interconnectedness of human experience and fosters a sense of shared humanity. By embracing empathy, you cultivate emotional intelligence and strengthen your ability to navigate life's complexities with grace and understanding. Empathy also enhances your ability to handle conflict and difficult situations. Instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, empathy allows you to approach disagreements with curiosity and an open mind. It helps you listen actively, truly hear what the other person is saying, and understand their perspective before formulating your response. This approach not only de-escalates tension, but also creates an environment where constructive dialogue can thrive. By seeking to understand rather than simply respond, you pave the way for more effective communication and resolution. This ability to navigate challenging interactions with empathy is a hallmark of emotional maturity and contributes to stronger, more fulfilling relationships. A broader perspective in tandem with empathy enables you to see the bigger picture and appreciate the complexity of life. It encourages you to move beyond a narrow, self-focused viewpoint and consider the diverse experiences and challenges that others face. When you widen your lens, you begin to see commonalities and connections that might have been overlooked. This broader understanding helps dissolve biases and preconceptions, making it easier to relate to people who may have different backgrounds, cultures, or viewpoints. As a result, you become more adaptable, open-minded, and resilient in the face of change. Furthermore, a broader perspective helps you recognize that your own struggles are often part of a larger human experience. This realization can be both humbling and empowering. It reminds you that you are not alone in your challenges and that others have faced similar obstacles and found ways to overcome them. This shared sense of humanity fosters compassion not only for others, but also for yourself. By acknowledging that everyone carries their own burdens, you can approach your own difficulties with greater patience and self-compassion. This self-awareness contributes to a more balanced and grounded approach to life, where empathy and understanding guide your actions. Incorporating empathy and a broader perspective into your daily life requires practice and intention. It begins with actively listening to others without judgment, striving to understand their point of view, and reflecting on how their experiences might shape their thoughts and feelings. It also involves questioning your own assumptions and being willing to consider new information and perspectives. Over time, these habits create a mindset that naturally seeks connection, understanding, and growth. Empathy and a broader perspective becomes second nature, enriching every aspect of your interactions and enhancing your personal development. In a world that often feels divided and fragmented, empathy and a broader perspective are powerful tools for fostering unity and compassion. They allow you to build meaningful connections with others, appreciate diverse viewpoints, and grow as an individual. By seeing the world through the eyes of others and embracing a wider view of human experience, you become better equipped to navigate life's challenges, nurture stronger relationships, and contribute to a more understanding and inclusive world. These qualities not only deepen your connection to others, but also expand your own sense of self, enabling you to live a more fulfilling and purposeful life. In conclusion, the choice to embrace silence, patience, and forgiveness serves as a cornerstone of inner resilience and tranquility. By opting not to react impulsively to life's challenges, you create a space where thoughtful reflection and measured responses can flourish. This intentional pause not only shields your peace of mind, but also enables you to approach difficult situations with a sense of grace and composure. Silence, far from being passive, becomes a powerful act of self-control and wisdom. Patience, in turn, cultivates emotional maturity, allowing you to navigate conflicts and setbacks without succumbing to negativity. Together, these practices foster a state of inner harmony that cannot easily be disrupted by external circumstances. Moreover, forgiveness completes this transformative journey. It is through forgiveness that you release yourself from the emotional weight of anger and resentment, freeing up the mental and emotional space needed to grow and thrive. Choosing forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful behavior, but rather reclaiming your power and deciding not to let past wrongs dictate your present or future. In this way, forgiveness acts as a bridge, connecting you to a more peaceful and purposeful life. It allows you to face challenges with clarity, resolve, and a renewed sense of self-worth. The combined practices of silence, patience, and forgiveness empower you to live a more balanced and intentional life. They remind you that true strength lies not in how forcefully you react, but in how thoughtfully you respond. By embracing these principles, you equip yourself to meet life's uncertainties with confidence and calm, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery.